Hi everybody, we are now at exercise 58. I promise to talk about the second part of practicing, which are the automatisms. What do I want to say with the automatisms? I want to say that I have to be able to put material that I see into the subconsciousness. Is this the right spelling? Subconsciousness. So, some things that, like a mother language, if you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it's not possible that you make a mistake if you're English. And if you say the names of your family, it's not possible that you make a mistake because you know it. Even if you would be sick or very nervous, you could say the names of your father or your mother or sisters or of your friends. It's not possible that. So this is the safety. No? This is the things that are inside in subconsciousness. I promise you, I look up the word after what is the right spelling in English, but I cannot look it at my handphone because this is out of power. So I can think the notes, and I play the notes, and I'm a little bit disturbed by somebody that walks with a green jacket and red hair, and talking to somebody else, and then suddenly I don't have the notes because I was looking to something else. But I should be able to have maybe also the green jacket in my mind, to think about something, not be concentrated for a moment, that my system goes on with the right notes. From that moment on, I can allow myself to be nervous and honestly say, who is not nervous? I think who is not nervous for a concert, he is lying. Who says he is not nervous? We all are nervous. When you get better, you cannot permit yourself to give bad concerts, and you want to get better all the time. Whether you're 20 or 50 or 70, it doesn't matter. You're always, in a concert is something special. It's not that, oh, I will do a concert, better change the profession. So something of a tension is always there. But there must be something professional, like the wheels of a car, that know how to go around the car, around themselves, to bring themselves forward. This is the material, what I call subconsciousness, that it will go on and on, whether you are concentrated or not, nervous or not, it will save you. So we have to train that. We had the part number 1 with concert where we were not allowed to stop. Now we have part number 2, that we should stop and repeat, because the only way to get material into your subconsciousness is that you repeat it. That's why you know the names of your friends. That's why you know the names of your family. That's why you know in your mother language the numbers, and because you have repeated so many times. When you have live in an apartment, you come home at night, here's the key on the millimeter, you open, here's the light, you don't need to search where it's at this wall or this wall. You change apartment, the first days you're completely disturbed because the key is maybe on the other side of the door, the light is maybe on this side, and that disturbs you because it's your home and you actually don't feel home. After 1-2 months, it's your home and you can do everything, thinking another thing. In the music would be doing the notes while you think the creation, the atmosphere, the story, even the distribution of your music, while your notes come out of you without that you have to think of them. So how do you get that in? Okay, first is I put my rings that I explained in the exercise 55 with after Usain Bolt. You know where to go, because I have to train my fingers to get fast. Fast is powerful in this muscle here, and this muscle. And if this muscle has to lift weights, Power gives speed. Look, exercise 55 for that. Okay. Oh, you're wrong. Oh, here. You have to go there. Also this many times. So I know it blind where they come. Okay, I need now, for instance, what I do is I take the first two lines of Gillet, number 7. Gillet is a study book. Gillet, the father, Georges Gillet. There's also Fernand Gillet, that is the scales. I don't need to see a C major scale written with notes. It can you do without. And it's also not something I'm interested. I'm interested to dominate my oboe in a the most uncomfortable tonality, which is D flat major. And this, I have the first two lines of Gillet number 7. I do it since more than 50 years when I really practiced well. And it's like a little bit like a yoga that it's decided what I have to do, and it lasts 20 minutes, and I not need to worry about just do it. I don't need to worry, should I do it once more? It's not good enough, or is it's still good? It's already good, I can go. No, I have a number of rhythms that we will show you, so you can look the rhythms written. And there are slow notes, there are fast notes, and my head is busy with organizing the rhythms. My fingers and my blowing make the notes, and my ear is controlling on which note, on which moment I should improve. Like turning a ball around and around and around, and it's really around. Now, I won't play Gillet 7 in concert ever, but after that 20 minutes, I absolutely promise you, I am a better oboist, because I'm more friend with my oboe in a bad humor, I could so say. Then I practice other things. So I show you how that goes. I start with a rhythm that is 3 notes is 1 unit. I have one quaver and 2 semiquavers, and I have to do it 5 times. 4 is not enough, 6 is too much. So I don't need to think, I just have to count which time it is. And sometimes I do it by voice, because I have a good memory of the ear, and then I hear, if I'm not sure, I hear my voice said. In Swiss, huh? 8. Zwei. Of course, I don't speak and I don't stop, but in my head are registrations of what I've done. There are many slurs down that are not really clean. There are notes up that are not beautiful, that are not vibrating well. There's a first note that feels like trying out the oboe, and I want that the oboe tries out me. So this is in the head, and it goes on. Vier. And so on. 5. Now I change the rhythm. The second note gets the long one. Zwei. There were many, or the first legato downwards, the A flat was not good, and others. Five times. Then. Many low notes were not vibrating well. Huh? Until 5 times. Now I change into groups of 6 notes, 2 quavers and 4 semiquavers. Five times. Then five times. There comes the third. There comes. It goes. The 2 quavers go from left to right. So I have 5 options. Am I bored with this? I'm doing this 50 years. No, I feel now I start to feel better with my instrument. So I start to feel better. I start to feel more warm inside. I start to feel more friend. No? On the bad day of bad humor of my instrument in D flat major, slurring down, slurring up, and so this will go on with other rhythms. Then comes 1 note plus 5, but it feels at the inside, except that now I have to explain it to the outside, but at the inside it feels like just cleaning out things and getting the table clean with a sponge. So many times you have to pass until the dirt goes away. And this is how it feels. So I will never play this in concert, but I know that this in 20 minutes puts me in a good form for fingers, for embouchure, for ear, for going up, going down, for register, and to make the notes more equal and more beautiful. So at the end of all that rhythms, I will be you dot the long note because otherwise it makes no sense. Huh? Now I have it all groups. All the time I didn't know to judge. Just the ear says, this is hurting. Feeling like the oyster that gets the stone inside and then makes it round and round until it gets a pearl would be a nice image. So I feel like the oyster, you get this stone of D flat major, odd thing, and you put your material of pearl until it gets round and a beautiful pearl, so it doesn't disturb you anymore, anywhere. 20 minutes, I'm sure you get a better player in the 20 minutes. Instead of reading a new piece that you can't play and making many mistakes, playing ugly, changing the reed and scraping the reed, this is losing time. You want to get better, and sometimes you have not much time to get better, but in these 20 minutes, absolutely sure you get better. And there are many other studies, but this one should be always part of it, because it's the pearl of the D flat major is the one that you can then go to all other things easier. But I had now all the rhythms I had in the same group of 6, so I have to make the articulation always right. I change only the rhythm, I don't change the articulation. So I should change now in groups of, I should have at least one in group of 5 and one in group of 7. 5 is da ra 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 ri do 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 do. It's a nice rhythm, more natural. It's quite tricky, but when you have done all the others, it should come easier. Otherwise, you have to go slow and maybe look at the music, and you have to go slow to get it done. And then one of 7 would be like da ra 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 ra, very natural. No, it's not right. Da ra 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 ra. The you see that it's difficult with articulations, but I know that also many lessons when people are playing Mozart concerto for me, I propose to turn rhythms that were not falling into the right cadenza. And if you have it doesn't go well, at the end, after a few of the other rhythms, and you have if you have a triplet rhythm in a 4 semiquaver passage and it goes well, you can be sure that in concert this is going like hell. You don't need to think because your fingers know. And actually, this is the thing. We want to be free in the head in concert, to be very creative, to play really for the people, to give our soul, to make an interpretation, to be intelligent, to be aesthetic, to be atmospheric, to make a story. We cannot at that moment think of what the note is. It's like you have to find the word when you are speaking. Now, I'm not a professional speaker, but I'm a professional player. I have to train it that way. I remember it was in Zurich, it's just an example, concerto by Peter Meek, Swiss composer, nice concerto for oboe and chamber orchestra, strings. We made later a recording with it, with the Zürcher Kammer Orchestra, and it was a concert in the Tonhalle, and I had practiced a lot because there were some passages that were odd, musically nice, but just they didn't want to enter, and so I had to practice a lot, many days with these rhythms, until it got in the subconsciousness. And I swear you, at the concert, it was a moment in the first page, also, I think so, it was quite at the beginning. My eyes were reading F sharp, my fingers played F, and it was F. And I got a little bit, shock, nothing happened, I played all right. How can I read wrong? And my fingers play right. I was thinking, that's why I have it in the subconsciousness, and my concentration was failing at a little moment, but the fingers were not failing. This is when you practice that way. Now I'm playing Gilles 7. I don't play it in concert, it's just to get the movements of the fingers and the tonalities more round. But if I have things to play in concert, I will practice that way. So in concerts to feel sure. No? Lately I had to play a few weeks ago. Nice idea. It's really a nice thing. The duo by Mozart, 4-4 for violin and viola. It's very easy to play this oboe and English horn. Really good. Super music. Nice thema. Then so on. Then now comes the devil. Mistakes. Huh? I played it 3-4 weeks ago and it was good already. It's not, and I have to practice it again to put it again in the subconsciousness. So some bars were good, yeah, but no music at all, huh? Nothing. And then second part. Okay, with luck, but with a little bit disturbance of somebody that is walking in the hall, you're disturbed, you fail. Huh? So, if I should play tomorrow, I would have to sit down and do it again. And now it serves for me like another Gilles 7, but with Mozart, with a nice tonality, with a nice sound, a nice result. So I keep it as, for the next 50 years again, I keep this as a material to feel the pearl coming next to me. And so on. Struggling with the rhythm, but I have to do it 5 times. And in my head it's only, I want all the long notes must be nice, all the others must be clean. And it's not that the low B flat comes or not, it's no criterion, it must be nice. It's not nice, huh? I'm not allowed to practice in between. I have a rhythm and I must do in the next rhythm, I must do it nicer. And if not, I must do it in the next rhythm nicer. There will be many rhythms. So many rhythms will come more. I'm not content with the sound of the B flat. It's not enough that it comes. But I should feel safer so that I can act musically. It's nowhere near it still. The idea, musical idea is, but the subconsciousness of the wheels of the car that go on, or the feet that go on while I look at the landscape. They not have to look at my feet with a nice landscape. So I looked at the landscape, but the feet were struggling. So there's only one way, is to do all the rhythms, and with all the rhythms, a certain number. I see 5. Huh? The 5th is not good, okay, but change the rhythm. The first one is already good. Doesn't matter, because with one time you have learned nothing. It's just happening luckily. And if you're in another condition in a concert, like you will be in another condition in a concert if 2,000 people watch you, or even 3 people and a cat and a dog. No? So it's not the same as if you practice it. If you have to deliver it, you need the safety that is inside you, either to superate a small moment of disconcentration, or in the best way to be distributing your music while your fingers are working. And not only fingers, because the sound must be good. That's everything. Fingers, tongue, embouchure, ear. I vibrate with the long notes to be sure that they stand, they're stable. I'm not a vibrato fetishist, it's just a matter of giving a taste to a note. No? And then you can vibrate a semiquaver. If you don't vibrate with your feet. So, this is part of number 2, which would last should last an hour, but we don't know how much time you have on that day. It's sure that you start with the concert. It's sure that now you will repeat. You take the things of your stuff that you want to practice, that you have to practice, or you take Gilet 7, you take some pieces that you know, and you just let them going into your mill of rhythms, in the mill, in der Mühle. This is my name. That's why I invented it. So, modern music, there comes 3-4 lines of okay, music, a lot of pieces have passages, and you just go through with a rhythm that you have decided. You do it 5 times. You change that rhythm, you do it 5 times. And after 20 minutes, the stuff is near inside you, and you got a better voice also for other pieces, because you have more control. Now I practice in front of you a little bit. I feel better. I feel that I'm more to the level. Why? So this. So we have one part that we don't stop, we don't correct, we have to go on. This is what the concert feeling is. I must go on, I cannot stop. Even if I make a mistake, I cannot say I'm sorry and do it again. It's not possible. This going on, I must train every day, and the start to play well from nothing, I must start every day. This is the first part. Now I have many things to correct in the instrument playing. I hate this. My teacher that I had in the age between 10 and many years, he said, you have to start with long notes. When long notes, and then until the end. And then I never did it because it's boring, but also I found it's completely useless. Without the musical relation, a long note, what does it mean? What can you do better then? Never happens in music, a long note without anything. And also, you don't learn anything. Then you have to play the Brahms violin concerto, oboe solo, after the break between first and second movement. You cannot mess around because soloist is tuning, and you have to be ready to play it well out of nothing. What do you learn from the long notes first? And then arpeggios, and then go up, and then do this, and then do this, and when you sort of like warmed up, you can play. There is never warming up in a practical concert live, never. You can practice 5 hours in the afternoon, your Mozart concerto, when you come on stage and the 3,000 or 2,000 people are watching you, when you're giving the hand, it's a complete new situation, and you hear the yam, dim, da 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 da, dum, bum, bum. It's an eternity, and you want to lick your reed because it will be still wet. People think that you're not professional. You want to play a little bit with a tutti to see. The reed will go. It went yesterday, it went in the afternoon. Why should it not go now? Suddenly, you have to be able. And that's only possible when you train it every day to play well from nothing. You miss a first note while you do it at home, but not every day, and after 1 or 2 months playing from nothing right away. Well, you will get used. Take the oboe and play. And you do it in concert. If you, you cannot do it in concert, you will feel uncomfortable. So this is why we do the part 1 first. But we have to get friends with the instrument on a bad day. The bad day is D flat major, and this is Gile number 7, the first 2 lines. Now, there are things that you have to practice. Take the technical part, this kind of stuff. Take it out and make it like to put in the middle of the rhythms. It can be 20 minutes for a sort of passage. And of course, there's still a part missing, that is the third part. I will talk about it later. That's analysis, that's, my F sharp is always flat. What can I do about it? Low notes don't speak today. I should make an exercise for low notes. My second octave is flat, or my septum octave is small. This is exercise time in a third time when you're tired. You had made the concert 1 hour, you had 1 hour of almost non-stop repeating things that get you an ability to produce music with that. And now comes the third part. That will be then exercise 59. So, to resume, the second part, automatisms, you need some material. I propose Gile 7, first 2 lines, because it's the most unfriendly tonality, and it's like the stone with a lot of corners. You are the oyster, you get it there, and while you turn it and turn it and turn it, you try to make a pearl out of it. Just for the pearl making, not for concert. Then you do the same system with some things that you have to, of pieces that you know that it's tricky. What is important that you structure the rhythms and you repeat every rhythm, because repetition means subconsciousness, means mother language. You can repeat a nice word in Korean or Russian or Chinese, and you can repeat it, but next day you have forgotten. So if you repeat it during 20 minutes, I'm sure next day it's still there. If you repeat the same passage during 20 minutes with different rhythms, you have seen it from all the sides. You have all the notes have been various times. The long note, you search the nice sound, you search the good intonation, you search the vibrato, and you search the class of that note. It's like a main note of the oboe, and you do that in D flat major. Then, how can you not get better oboists after 20 minutes? And the other side of the story is practicing often means also having many doubts. What should I do? No? Should I play this piece? Should I play that piece? Should I play this reed? Is it good enough? It's not speaking. Let's change the reed. Let's do let's do the slow movement to improve the sound. No, let's play the finger passage. Oh, it's not good. So let's maybe. So you lose the time, and you get less good all the time. Next day, you wonder why it's not better. I practiced 5 hours, it's not getting better. Yeah, it's not practicing, it's messing around. Better practice. 10 minutes concert, 10 minutes automatism, 10 minutes third part, which I will explain later. If you have only half an hour, you should practice professionally. And normally, you should have the 5 hours. If you're a student, I did up to 8. But there were also days I did only 1 hour, because I wanted to go to the movie, and then as a student you have so many things that you do, that is life and not practicing. But then when I organized my practicing, I could do with not so much time, I could do improvement. This is what it's all about. So I wish you good luck with that. If you You can find, always in Lebrun concertos, passages that are technical, that are not so difficult if you want to have fun with music and still have you making automatisms, which automatisms means fingers, plus embouchure, plus support, plus ear, plus where is the voice, everything together. And you have made 1 hour concert, you have made 1 hour automatic. I'm sure your condition is now much better than it has been when you started in the morning. And tomorrow it will be better. The start will be better than the start was today because you progress. So I wish you good luck with this and see you in 29. Bye bye.